The second thing I want to talk about is what we call neurological unconscious anchors. Some people call them triggers. I think the best way to explain an anchor is to give you an example. How many of you have ever been listening to the radio and a song comes on the radio from years ago? And as you hear the song, you go, oh my goodness, oh, that reminds me. And it takes you back to another time in your life. This is going to age me a little bit, but I'll tell you a couple. Whenever I hear a Beach Boy song, it doesn't matter what Beach Boy song, it takes me to Ideal Beach at Bear Lake up in northern Utah. Another anchor. Every time I smell Elsia cologne, junior high flashes before me. If I smell Old Spice, I picture my grandfather in his underwear. Now, those are olfactory anchors. They're unconscious. They're registered back in the brain. I smell Old Spice. I was at the grocery store last Christmas. I was standing in line in the grocery store, and for some reason, I mean, since I quit drinking, I've become quite a spiritual nut, I guess. My kids tease me about it sometimes. But I'm standing in the grocery store, and all of a sudden I get this weird feeling as my dad standing behind me. Excuse me, not my dad, my grandfather. Now, my grandfather died in like 1958. I'm standing in the grocery store, and I feel the hair on the back of my head start to stand. And I'm thinking, am I having a vision? What is going on here? I got a little goofy feeling, and all of a sudden I just whipped around, and there's a guy standing behind me wearing Old Spice aftershave. I went, oh my goodness. My grandfather used to come to our house, get his cup of soap and an old brush, lather up and put it on his face, and then he would shave with a straight-edged razor. And after he was done shaving, he'd put his Old Spice on, and then he'd reach over on me and pat my cheeks with it. And I just, yeah, okay, that's cool. And then the rest of the day, Mom, you want to smell my Old Spice? Yeah, okay. To this day, when I smell Old Spice, I picture my grandfather in his underwear. I don't know why. Yes, I do. It's an olfactory neurological unconscious anchor. Now, those are good anchors, but we have negative anchors. There can be a time, there will be a time in your life where your spouse will say something, and the tone of voice that they're using, you'll just bristle. Just, oh, I can't believe you said that. And your spouse is going, what? What did I say? What? And that tone of voice that your spouse is using may have been the same tone of voice that your father used when you were 15 years of age and he gave you a whooping. And so now your husband or wife or whatever gives you that same tone of voice, and it reaches into your unconscious and brings back the same feeling.